I never figured myself an investigator, but it's pretty fun, so I'm gonna try that again.
Say hard work like it wasn't fun.
No, it was fun.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It was the greatest job I ever did.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Yeah. Hopefully in the future we get paid for it.
Yeah.
So being, an amateur ghost investigator, it's like you don't really know where to begin. And so, but first thing you got to do is find an area that may be haunted. And so, of course, today's technology, we have the ability to look everywhere for anything. So going on the internet and finding multiple websites about haunted places in Washington and finding several. But that's just the beginning. After you actually find the locations in your state, you got to find ones that are close to you and that are easy to get to and, of course, cheap on money. And so after finding these ones, we actually found a couple of them in an area. And you're always going to want to have backups and whatnot. And one of the most important things, too, is like when you go to these areas, it's not just going to be an open field or, somewhere everybody can go. A lot of these places are public property, and you have to get permission to go in there. And so that's why we chose ones that were out in the open and open to the public, like with the school and the cemetery. It's open, anybody can go there. The only thing is that you can't be there at night times, but honestly, you don't need to be ghost hunting at night. I think the only reason why they do that in the shows is just to add the effect to it. And actually, no, there's actually more than that, because from what I see, them hunting at nighttime helps out a lot, because what we went through was
a lot of extra noise.
Yeah.
Noise.
So it was just, there was noise everywhere. During the daytime, people are awake and active, where at nighttime, everybody is asleep and there's not very many things going off. You only need to worry about the regular ambient noises, to a building or a house.
And that time you might be less distracted too.
Yeah. And that's one of the things one of the benefits I can see at doing a ghost hunt at nighttime. But for us, we work, so we don't got much time. So we do what we can. And so what we did was we went out to Arlington to actually research a couple of places. There was the old Arlington High School, which had several rumors. And then when we got there, we found out the old building was, after doing research on the internet, we found out the old building is now being used by a Highland Boys and Girls Club, a school pretty much. And after researching there, we went and talked to them. They heard about the rumors, but that was pretty much it. Then more research on that, lots and lots and lots of research. So since that was in a school and there's no real way for us to investigate it, because the only way we can actually be in a school is when there's other people in the school, and that would add too much ambient noises to actually trying to find something. I mean, the best we can do is just use an EMF reader, which supposedly doesn't work properly, to try and find things.
Well, I never thought it was going to be very hard to do any ghost hunting, but it turns out that I was wrong. That I thought watching these guys on TV, they made it look like they've, with the knowledge of their equipment, that it was going to be pretty easy. But packing around all that stuff and then kind of organizing what you're going to do and what you're going to do with it was a little bit harder than I thought. So, but it was hard, but it was really fun, especially after we listened to all the footage, and we're still kind of finding some things, and I was really excited to find that that all that hard work has paid off, and so I would like to go out and do another one. I never figured myself an investigator, but it's pretty fun, so I'm gonna try that again.
Say hard work like it wasn't fun.
No, it was fun.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It was the greatest job I ever did.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. Hopefully in the future we get paid for it.
Yeah.
So, what else is there? Equipment. Also, equipment is a big thing. But basically, all you really need for your equipment is an EMF reader, and a voice recorder. So the voice recorder, you can do the EVPs, and that's where we get a lot of our information from. A lot of the stuff that we found is through the voice recorder. It's through EVPs. There was one incident where we actually had the EMF reader go off, and we had 2 of them on at the same time on 2 different phones, 2 different apps, and only one went off and spiked, the other one did not. And after getting an email from a group that is into ghost hunting, is what their group does, they told me that the reason why that is because it's an app, it's a program, it doesn't work. So hopefully we find out the program does work, and so if something like that happens, that's abnormal. That's if one meter goes off, the other one goes off.
Yeah, I've heard of that. So yeah, that's some people bring in 2 recorders, and the voice might show up on one of the recorders and not the other. That doesn't mean that one of the recorders didn't work. That just means that the entity wanted to speak to this one and not that one.
Yeah. Which is good, because that's what we're looking for basically, is paranormal stuff. And we can't say, hey, this is a ghost. All we can say is this is paranormal.
Right.
So we got the locations, finding a location, choosing a location, and we got the equipment. What else can we get? And above all, like, when you're doing this, you just always got to remember is that you're hunting ghosts. Ghosts used to be people, and people have families, so just try and respect other people's wishes. If they don't want you hunting their family, you gotta respect that.
Yeah, no doubt. Together?
Yeah. You can even do bloopers. I know the credits won't be very long, maybe like 5 names, but still you can do bloopers.
Oh yeah, bloopers would be great.
Like whoop 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 whoop. Or like fumbling our words.
Oh, that's all.
Because we got a lot of those.
I don't do that.